As you can probably guess by my big background here, I read a lot of books. I also watch a lot of films, and I will watch the film versions of these books if they exist, and I'm always very inspired by the books that I read and the films that I watch and any creativity that surrounds me. So whenever I'm in a crisis, or I have a decision to be made, or a choice to make, or I'm just feeling kind of low, I go back in my head to when I was reading these books and watching these movies, and I think about the questions that I asked myself when I was putting myself in the position of those characters. And a lot of them have helped me make decisions in my life. And it might sound crazy, but wait until I told you the questions, because I think they might help you too if you heard them. Now, the first one is a slightly different take on a question that is asked on the internet a lot. People go around on Twitter and Tumblr and they ask each other what creature their Patronus would take shape as. Personally, mine would be a duck, because they are my favourite animal. I think I kind of resemble one in the facial area, and I just think they're ridiculous, and I think I'm ridiculous, so I think my Patronus would definitely be a duck. And ducks make me incredibly happy as well, and that's the point of a Patronus, which nicely, well done me, segues on to the question that I think should be asked. On Tumblr especially, but Twitter as well, we're always searching for positivity and things that make us happy, and somehow we've sidestepped the important Patronus Harry Potter-esque question that would make us happier than what creature our Patronus would be. And the question is, when you cast your Patronus, what is the happiest memory that you can think of that allows you to conjure the Patronus? I think that's a far more happifying question. Personally for me, it is my first night in Les Miserables, which is June 17th last year, and it was when I bowed for the first time as Eponine. That is a pretty big moment in my life that makes me incredibly happy, and I did cry a little bit. The second question isn't something that I've got from a book, but it's something that I've got from all of the zombie movies I have ever seen. The scenario that I usually use this question in is a romantic one. I've only used it occasionally, but it's when I want to assure myself that the person that I'm with is who I really want to be with, and that the relationship that I'm in is a good one. And the question is simply, if there was an apocalypse, zombie or not, who is the person I would run to spend my last few hours with? The next question, similarly, is about the importance of the people in my life and trying to figure out who my priorities lie with. I don't know if you have seen the second Hunger Games film or read the second Hunger Games book. If you haven't, spoiler alert, you might want to skip this section. For those of you who have watched the second movie and or have read the book, you'll know that there is a section of the Hunger Games arena that is filled with jabberjays. And these jabberjays are designed to mimic the distressed cries of the people who are the most important in your life. Sort of to the point where it drives you insane. So the question is, if the jabberjays were to taunt me, whose voices would they mimic? The fourth and final question is another Harry Potter one, because let's face it, us on the internet cannot get enough of Harry Potter. I recently rewatched Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, in which Ron has to destroy one of the Horcruxes. As soon as the Horcrux bursts open, it shows him his worst nightmare. It shows Harry and Hermione all unnecessarily naked and kissing and stuff that is his deepest, darkest fears, and it's designed to make him feel isolated and alone and weak. So the question is, if I was destroying the Horcrux and it burst open to show me my worst nightmare and something that was designed to make me feel alone and scared, what would it show me, and would I have the strength enough to defeat it? That is just an insight into my brain and the questions that I just ask myself when I'm having to make a decision or I'm feeling low and I need to reassure myself of my own inner happiness and my own inner strength. And I just thought it'd be interesting to share with you guys. And so if you have answers to those questions, then please, please, please let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested to find out what your answers are and how you guys think of yourselves and the people around you and what's most important to you. Also, just a quick reminder that my mugs, my cups of kindness, are for sale on DFTBA, and I really hope you like them because it really makes me happy drinking out of this in the morning. So yeah, bye! I feel slightly sick.
You feel slightly sick? Why?
Yeah, I don't know, it's just odd. Because I feel so unprepared.
Just going to be talking about you. It's a subject you know plenty about.
Do I? I feel really guarded, like I can even feel myself like closing in, like this is weird.
Kick back, relax.
Ugh.